Now let's take a look at adding and subtracting polynomials. So we have one polynomial, and we're going to add another one to it. Okay, I purposely wrote it this way so that the like terms line up. So we have the x squareds lined up, the x's lined up, and the xy's lined up. So let's add these together. So we'll just do 3x squared plus 4x squared, 7x squared. 5x plus a negative 3x is going to be 2x. And 3xy plus 7xy is going to be 10xy. So that's how we could add them together, by writing them over each other. We could also do it as in a line. So we have 3x squared plus 5x plus 3xy. I'm going to add 4x squared minus 3x plus 7xy to it. Alright, so we still have 3x squared plus 5x plus 3xy. We have to distribute this plus sign. It's kind of like having a plus 1 out here. But when we multiply anything by positive 1, it just stays the same. So we have plus 4x squared minus 3x plus 7xy. Okay, now we'll just combine like terms. So this 3x squared matches up with this 4x squared. And when we combine them, we add. So we have 3 plus a positive 4, 7x squared. Let's look at the x terms. 5x and negative 3x. So again, when we combine like terms, we add them together. So we have a positive 5 plus negative 3, positive 2x. Okay, and lastly we have 3xy and 7xy. Like terms, add them together. 3 plus 7 would be 10xy. And we look at our answers. 7x squared plus 2x plus 10xy. 7x squared plus 2x plus 10xy. Same thing. Let's look at an example that involves subtraction. So we'll pick the same terms, 3x squared plus 5x plus 3xy. Now we'll subtract 4x squared minus 3x plus 7xy. Because it's this polynomial minus this one, and we're subtracting, we should do keep, change, change. So let's keep the top the same. We're going to change this overall minus sign to addition, and we'll change the signs of each term. So 4x squared becomes negative 4x squared. Negative 3x becomes plus 3x. And this plus 7xy becomes minus 7xy. Now we'll just add. So 3x squared plus negative 4x squared is negative 1, or negative x squared. 5x plus 3x is 8x. 3xy plus negative 7xy, negative 4xy. And again, let's do this in a horizontal line. So we have 3x squared plus 5x plus 3xy minus 4x squared minus 3x plus 7xy. Again, we're going to have to distribute this out here, so because there's negative on the outside of parentheses, it's like a negative 1. Each term inside has to be multiplied by negative 1. So we have 3x squared plus 5x plus 3xy becomes minus 4x squared plus 3x minus 7xy. And again, we'll just combine like terms. So we have 3x squared and a negative 4x squared. Again, when we combine like terms, we add. So we have 3 plus negative 4x squared. That's negative x squared. Look at the x terms. We have positive 5x and a positive 3x. We'll add these to get positive 8x. And then lastly, the positive 3xy and the negative 7xy. When we add those, we get negative 4xy. Okay, let's look at our answers. And we see that they're both the same. Let's look at a pretty difficult problem. If we had 4x squared plus 5x minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 4y. So let's do this vertically first. 4x squared plus 5x minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 4y. Okay, in this case, there's nothing above the 4y, so we should probably just put a 0 there as a placeholder. And we'll do keep change like normal. 4x squared plus 5x plus 0, that remains the same. Change this minus to a plus. Then we'll change the signs of each term. And we just add. 4x squared and negative 3x squared is x squared. 5x plus negative 2x will just be 3x. And here we have 0 plus 4y is 4y. Alright, let's try this horizontally now. 4x squared plus 5x minus 3x squared plus 2x minus 4x. Okay, we have to distribute this. So we have 4x squared plus 5x. This becomes negative 3x squared, negative 2x, plus 4y. This should be a y. I wrote it incorrectly. Alright, so just to recap, this should be minus 4y, so when we distribute it, it becomes plus 4y. And we'll combine like terms. So let's combine the x squareds. You don't have to draw these shapes around it. I'm just doing it to show you what's going together. And notice that I include the sign, because even though it looks like this is a minus or this is a minus, when we combine like terms, we're going to treat it as a negative that goes along with the term. So we have 4x squared plus negative 3x squared, x squared. Look at the x term, so this is going to be positive 5x, this would be negative 2x. When we add those together, 5 plus negative 2 is 3x. And then we just have one term with the y in it, so plus 4y. So this is our answer, x squared plus 3x plus 4y. And we get the same answer doing it with this method, x squared plus 3x plus 4y.